Believe they did that? Representative Ron Desantis, stunned by Fisa Memo, reveals its central theme, by Joshua Kaplan for thegatewaypundit.com. On Friday, Representative Ron Desantis told Fox and Friends that he believes the bombshell Fisa memo should be released to the American people. Let's get that out there so the American people can see how this whole collusion thing was going on during the campaign, the Florida lawmaker told Fox News. Asking if he could confirm information compiled in the dossier, author Christopher Steele was used by the Obama administration to spy on Trump officials. DeSantis told host Brian Kilmeade, "I think that's one of the central issues in the memo, and I definitely want all Americans to be able to read what actually happened in that respect."
Right, you got a classified memo that apparently shows that the FBI and DOJ abused its surveillance powers and is being called alarming and disturbing. This before Donald Trump took office. By some Republican lawmakers have called it that. Those are the ones that saw it, and now they want the information made public.
Including our next guest, who calls the report deeply troubling. Florida Congressman Ron Desantis is a member of the House Oversight Committee, joins us from Statuary Hall. So, Congressman, you had to go into that super secret SCIF room there at the Capitol to read it, and I know you can't really tell us what was in it, but you can tell us generally what it's about, right? I mean, your feelings regarding what is contained in it.
Sure. I mean, I'm reading it, and it's a very succinct, straightforward memo. And there were a couple times as I'm reading this thing where I'm just like shaking my head. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe they did that. So I think it's something that is really significant. I think that the American people need to see it. There's growing support in the House to make this public so that the American people can see. And here's the thing. The memo's done in such a way where you can easily make it public. There aren't, it's classified top secret, but there aren't sources and methods here. So I don't think that would be a problem. Let's get that out there so the American people can see how this whole collusion thing was going on during the campaign.
Does it? Can you say this? Does it help us answer this question? Did the Obama administration use intel from the dossier, from Chris Steele specifically, to surveil Trump officials?
I think that's one of the central issues in the memo, and I definitely want all Americans to be able to read what actually happened in that respect.
Okay, so there is trending right now, hashtag release the memo. Is Paul Ryan is he for releasing this at this point?
I think he will be. You know, the Speaker's done a good job pressing. Remember, Rod Rosenstein fought tooth and nail to not produce this information to the Congress. And we were thinking about, well, why would he have done that? And I think it's because there's information in there that doesn't make either the DOJ or the Bureau look. And this is not the whole DOJ or the whole Bureau. This is a select cast of characters. But Paul Ryan stood up to him and said, no, we got to get it. So I think so. And here's the thing. Remember that Peter Strzok text message where they're in Andrew McCabe's office with Lisa Page, and he says, you know, I'd like to think what you said that Trump can't win is true, but I'm afraid we at the FBI can't take that risk, and we need an insurance policy. So as I'm reading the memo, I kept thinking back to that text message, and is this investigation the insurance policy because somebody like Strzok wanted to keep Trump out of the White House?
And I'm just wondering why Christopher Steele felt like he had to go meet with David Corn of Mother Jones. Did he feel as though he had to push back against a would-be Trump presidency? Did he feel as though he had to push back against James Comey possibly reopening the investigation to Hillary Clinton's emails after it was found on Anthony Weiner's laptop? And if so, why?
Well, I think for sure Fusion GPS believed that. So was Fusion pushing Steele to do that? Now remember, this memo doesn't really answer, but the question about what was Steele's relationship with the FBI, if he was a paid source or he was somebody who was working with them, to go talk to the media, I mean, that is just totally outrageous, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why Grassley and Graham want Steele investigated. But yeah, they're running interference. They are trying to affect the outcome of the election. There's no doubt about that's what they were doing.
One word answer, Congressman, after this is released, will heads roll at the DOJ or the FBI?
I hope so.
All right. Thank you very much. Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, and the news story on Mother Jones was the really mind-boggling hit for today's news. How the porn star smacked Donald Trump with the magazine. When all this is taking place, kind of makes you wonder, right? As the Gateway pundits Jim Hoft reported Friday, Representative Matt Gaetz believes the Fisa memo will see the light of day. I have every confidence after speaking to Paul Ryan and Devin Nunes that after we go through the right procedure and provide notifications to the executive branch, that we will release the memo, the Florida lawmaker told Fox News' America's Newsroom. According to Fox News contributor Sarah Carter, the contents of the memo are so explosive that it could end Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe, I should say Musha probe, once and for all. And again, I'd like also to add, I have confidence after speaking to Paul Ryan. You see what a weasel that Paul Ryan is? Now Paul Ryan is going to stand next to Trump and say whatever it is so he can keep his job. You see what I'm saying? But that guy is not to be trusted. I get the wrong vibes from that Paul Ryan. But it's like such a joke, you know what I'm saying? He knows the ship is going down for all the rats on the Democratic side. So now, Ryan, what is he going to do? He's going to stand with the Republicans finally, right? Because to make himself look good when really he's not. He's just a weasel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.